Hello team, Rafa here with a quick video on how we use Spyfu, our keyword competitive research tool, and to do competitive research for our clients and how the different ways that we can report back to them. Okay, so I'm doing some research right now for my client for cryotherapy, and they provided me with several different competitors. I'm going to grab the URL. I'm going to go here to Spyfu, and I'm going to put in the URL, hit enter, and it might take a second, but it's going to come up with an overview of what it thinks the amount of organic traffic it's generating, amount of paid keywords they're using, how much of their budget is. You can see that here there isn't much information because these are small companies, and but as well as keywords. There's a lot of interesting information that can be provided. But initially, what I would looking to report on is just kind of see where they're at, right? If there's anything interesting or important. So what I would do is right now we want to do a quick high-level review for them. So I'm just going to grab Jing, and I'm going to grab this little image. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to take it back to my message, competitive review, and I'm just going to put enter, hit the guy in here, boom. I'm going to put a little, Teamworks allows us to put nice little lines between things. And I'm going to go to the next one. Now what I'm doing is, as I'm going through it, you can see that there is an export option. And I've done that before, but it's a lot of kind of a pain in the butt for the clients to look at everything at one time, right? So I like to send it like this to them first, and if they want to dive in, or if we see a reason to dive in, we can either export into PDF, or really more importantly, kind of dive into all the different uh, data that we can look at, which includes keywords for SEO and pay-per-click, as well as ads that they're using and so forth. In this case, they don't have anything interesting here, so boom, copy, paste, done. Let's move to the next one. The next competitor is, I know that you see the one highlighted down there? That's the one I know they said should be the big competitor. And I hit enter. Again, I'm not surprised. What I'm seeing is, I mean, these are all new businesses. It's not picking up any paid search traffic on these guys, and really that's kind of what we're looking for. They're seeing a little traffic coming to the sites, and I could go grab those organic keywords, but we know what they are already from keyword research. Copy and throw that sucker into here now. Little line, next, enter, little line, and then grab. All right, let's look at Icebox. Now cross your fingers to see if we actually generate something that's really impactful. There hasn't been anything interesting yet, but of course it's because they're small businesses. And darn it, these guys don't have paid keywords here, but they do have a bigger um, traffic to the site, and it's sizable traffic, right? You remember those guys? Those other guys were like in the 100s, and that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm looking to see where the outliers are. What do they do? Because where their outliers are, I can grab data, and I can start, if first step, documenting it, and then being able to make some smart decisions from it. Now, I like this one, and actually, I'm going to delete that real quick. Delete. And I'm going to do it again, or actually I'm going to go back into Jing. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that little outlier. And here in Jing, I'll grab and do a little something. It'll just remind me or the person that's communicating to the client that there's an important piece of data on that guy. And since that one was interesting just for fun, let's go look at the SEO overview for Icebox therapy. And I am going to take a shot of this guy because this is interesting. And why am I doing screenshots instead of exporting a PDF? It's because look how easy it is for me to present it to the client. You have to remember where this is going to and and so for me to go get a file, attach it, them opening it, it becomes kind of a pain. And so let's see what else is interesting here. So we're looking at, I was looking here was at the traffic. We're going to look at the keywords here in a second. There's some interesting little competitors down here. But Icebox is the red line. This guy is definitely the winner. So let's look at his keywords. So I'm just looking at. I got a little quiet there, so I was looking at the keywords to see. I'm not seeing anything. Look, I can. Can I? Yep, I can sort by rank. So that was cool. I guess that's interesting. They're going for some pain terms, the sciatica Atlanta term. So this is important information. They're not just going for cryotherapy. This is the terms that we would expect to see, right? But they don't have great rankings for daytime apnea. Interesting. So, so at the end of the day, all of this data can be a little bit overwhelming, right? So I am gonna export this guy into CSV, and I am going to open him and save this guy into the folder for the client, and then upload this because they're gonna ask, well, I want to see the keywords for this term, position. So it's only 25 terms that we're looking at here. Hide. Sometimes, not sometimes, we have to clean stuff up for clients, and sometimes I do it all sorts of different ways. Exact local. Wow, it's saying that there's 22,200, according to this, 22,200 um, local searches for cryotherapy. I don't believe it. Or by local, it must mean the United States, not Georgia. Again, you have to take all this information with a grain of salt. Okay, so I have that data. I'm just going to save as. I'm going to change it to an Excel sheet because it's kind of a little easier. And KWR. KWR stands for keywords. Here in the Dropbox, we're going to go to the client. This one is cryo, and I'm going to drop those guys in there. And I grabbed his because they had the most traffic, right? Oh, cancel. Let me file save as again. Go here. I didn't put it as an Excel. That's what it was telling me. KWR and change format to Excel. Save. Now it's happy. I kill it. I'm going back to the client, to this report, and because I know they're going to ask for it, and because it was an outlier and we thought it was interesting, uh, that I that is a little bit of a deeper dive that we took, and I'm going to go ahead and add that file to this. Again, because I know the client's going to ask for it. Great. Post this. Well, no, I'm not done with this message. All right, now I'm moving on to the next one. A cryologic web C. So that's kind of the. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this because that's kind of the point on this. I'll probably bring you back in for the Cryo USA. It's gonna be, I think, the national one. But I'll be back and show you the rest. So I just finished putting this information into here. There was nothing interesting really from this report, and I'm gonna tell the client, hey team, here's a high-level overview of the competition, right? And in this case, nothing very interesting to look at besides Icebox Therapy, which is generating some healthy traffic to their site compared to everybody else. And I'm going to leave it at that. And this is going to be the end of this video. With that said, I am going to stop this video because I'm moving into SEO Profiler. So make sure if you're doing competitive research, know that we have a lot of tools for competitive research. So we were just looking at Spyfu, but SEOprofiler.com is going to show you some different things. Every tool kind of gives you a little different angle into the possibilities, the competitions, and so forth. So, with that said, make sure to check that out on the knowledge base as well. Thank you.